Hey, I'm Ashley, and today I'm going to be helping you to take some time out of your busy day just to reconnect and reflect. And this is exactly what this Touch Base series is all about. Now, as you've probably already found out, life is so chaotic. And if you're anything like me, then you've got 1,000,001 things running through your head all of the time. Pickups, drop-offs, future plans, emotions, fears, anxieties. There's just so much going on, and by the end of the day, you're completely exhausted, don't want to even take 5 or 10 minutes just to debrief with yourself and check in with yourself. You just want to crash, fall asleep, or do something mind-numbing like scroll through YouTube, like I tend to do. And for the longest time, I've been wanting to journal. And the problem is, once again, time. Trying to sit down for 10 minutes and just write my thoughts and my feelings. So far, it hasn't seemed to work out for me. I just can't seem to carve out that time. And I thought, you know what I can do all the time without having to stop and think to do it? Talk. So why don't I just do a talking journal? And that's exactly what Touch Base is. It's essentially my talking journal, but I thought I don't want it to just be for me. I want it to be something that other people can follow along with. Other people can pause the video, look through the questions that I'm asking myself, and even come up with a response for yourself. So if you have some time, or even while you're cooking dinner or taking a walk or whatever it is you might be doing, please feel free to just listen along, engage with the questions, and touch base with yourself. And if you're not someone that likes to get introspective by yourself, then go ahead and watch this video with a friend or with a partner and see what ideas you come up with and what conversation is created. Because none of these moments are lost. They all help build connection, either with yourself or with the person that you're speaking to. So whether you do it alone or with someone else, I think this is going to be a valuable experience for all of us. So every time I do one of these talking journals, I'm going to be asking 3 questions. And each question is designed to cover a different key area. So there'll always be a question to help us engage with our emotions. There'll be a question to help us cultivate self-awareness or have new realizations about ourselves or our relationships with others. And then lastly, a question designed to help us to set a goal, or at least identify an area of our life, of our development that we want to work on. Now, like you, I'm going to be answering every question as well. And I recognize that journaling is something that's very personal and also something that's very private, but I would love this space to end up becoming some kind of community. And so if any of the questions you feel propelled to share, either in the comments or just through an email that you can drop to me, where you can share your experiences, your stories, and maybe have some of those showcased on this platform, I think that would be really valuable for everyone watching and listening, because our stories are so powerful and our triumphs are even more powerful. You know, we have testimonies that we go through every single day, and being able to share those with others who may be in a similar position or may be struggling with similar issues, seeing someone overcome and how they've been able to do that is something that's so invaluable. So if at any point anything that you've thought about throughout the video you want to share, please type away in those comments, because I would love to read everything that you say. All right, so let's get into it. Let's touch base. Grab yourself a pen or a pencil if you want to jot things down as you talk, but if not, let's do it. Question number 1. Sum up how you feel right now in this present moment in 1 to 3 words. Right now, I think I would go for peaceful. I would go for excited, and also pensive. And I would go for those 3 because at this point in my life, you know, I've had some extended time off of traditional work. I'm going to start a new position in September, but I've had some time to kind of just be with my kids. I have 2 children, one who's nursery aged, and so being able to spend some time with her and just have some time to myself has been really, really amazing. It's helped me to realize just how busy my life was before, and also what's important. I've really enjoyed spending time with family, being able to be present with my kids when they've got, you know, after school clubs, or having to take time to do homework with them, and not having that as and having those things being my primary thought, like, okay, I have this time exclusively to spend with them. and not thinking at the back of my mind, oh, I wish this would hurry up because I've got this to do, I've got this to do, I've got this to do. So I'm enjoying right now because I've been able to be quite peaceful and have some peace of mind about things. The second one was excited, and I've taken some time away from YouTube, just trying to think about what I actually want my channel to be. I had previously, well, I have another YouTube channel called Meals Make Memories, and this is where the whole YouTube stuff started. Because I've always been interested in cooking. In my household, I'm the one that does the majority of the cooking, and it's something that I've always really enjoyed. And I thought, hey, this is one of my interests. This is something that I can pursue on video. I can share my recipes. People can be blessed by what I make. But as always, anything that you end up, any hobby that you have that you end up trying to either make professional or monetize, sometimes it can take the fun out of it. And I became very bogged down with, I need to make content that people are going to like, rather than focusing on making content that I like. And as much as I love that channel, and I'm planning to work on it at some point, it has taken a bit of a backseat because I felt as if the passion hasn't really been there. And so this time around with my own personal channel, I thought, I want to do something that's going to help others, and I'm excited about that. I want to do something that's going to make people feel good about themselves, and also really empower other people to be their best version of themselves. And in my previous role, I was actually a program manager for a coaching charity, a fantastic youth coaching charity called Yes Futures, which is incredible. If you're in the UK and you want to pursue coaching, you've never worked with young people before in a coaching capacity, I would 100% recommend volunteering with them. What they do is incredible for the kids, and it opened my eyes to just how much value is in coaching and asking yourself questions and developing some kind of reflective practice for yourself. And for a lot of the children, it was transformative. Seeing them from the start of the program to the end, I could not believe the changes and the confidence. It literally just blew my mind. And I said, if I can do something like that on my platform and allow people to see the changes that they can make in their own lives, that would be incredible. And so I'm excited about starting this Touch Base series. I'm excited about seeing what it could become. But at the same time, I am pensive, and that is because, unfortunately, I know that my fatal flaw is there are times when I can be quite inconsistent, unfortunately. And interestingly enough, not with other people. I find with my kids, I'm there 100%. With my family commitments, for the most part, I'm pretty solid. But it seems as if when I try and pursue stuff for myself, that's when I'm the most inconsistent. It's almost as if I'll put myself and the things that I want on the back seat to help others thrive, rather than prioritize myself. So I definitely think that that's something that I need to be aware of with this project, because I don't want it to just be like a one and done, or something that I get really excited about and then it fizzles out. I want this to be something that I do consistently and that, grows. So that's what I'm pensive about right now. Question number 2. What is something that has positively impacted you or negatively impacted you today? Okay, so I like to start with a positive. Why not? Okay, so something that positively impacted me today was funnily enough, my skin. For the most part, after giving birth to my daughters, I felt like my skin just got super clear. As a kid, my skin was really good. Then puberty hit and just, it went for me. It went for my skin. I had the acne, I had the back knee, I had all the knees. And it took a while for that to kind of fix itself. And it was only after I had kids that my hormones just seemed to calm themselves down completely, and I got back to baby skin. But I have a very set skincare routine that I've built over time. I know what works for my face now, and once again, I've just been really inconsistent with it, and I was starting to see, you know, just some patches of bits and bobs that I didn't like, and I just, looking at myself, I felt as if I wasn't taking care of my face. But last night I got into all of my products again, and this morning I feel very fresh faced. You know, there's a few little eye bags, but for the most part we're good. So that's something that I felt positive about, because it made me feel good about myself, and that's always a great thing. Negatively impacted me, food. So I think I'm coming to terms with the fact that I have a bit of a food addiction slash sugar addiction slash self-control problem when it comes to food. Yeah, when I'm just, it's one of those things where it's definitely emotional eating. If I'm bored, if I'm stressed, if I'm just like, bleh, I will find something to eat. And it seems to kind of soothe something in me that is anxious. I'm not sure what it is, but there's that feeling that I get from food. Maybe it's the dopamine hit that's just like, okay, relax. So today I was doing some errands. I just needed to get a few bits like baby stuff, wipes, nappies, and I ended up finding my way to the dessert section and bought some chocolate eclairs, and I ate it. And at the time it was great, but I definitely think with hindsight you think, oh gosh, I'm just sabotaging myself. Really, it's a short-term win but a long-term loss, and I'm trying not to beat myself up about it, but kind of think, well, what preventative measures can I put in to stop myself from wanting to go to food as some kind of support or emotional feel-good? How can I address that thing that's reaching out for this dopamine hit? And I don't just want to replace it, but I want to kind of identify what is going on there. So that wasn't great, because it just made me feel like, ugh, I've been going back and forth with my weight, wanting to try and lose some, but feeling like the things that I try, once again, I'm not consistent with, or it just feels too hard. So yeah, for that, if there's anyone watching this who's happened to lose some weight and has some great tips, I would love to hear about those. But like I said, I'm not beating myself up about it. I'm not going to get into like this low spiral. I've acknowledged it, wasn't great, wasn't my finest moment, but we're moving forward. Question 3, what is something that you could do today to help you feel better about yourself? Now, this one isn't actually an easy one for me. Recently I was watching a podcast, listening, both, I guess, because it's on YouTube and Spotify, but it was one of the Diary of a CEO episodes, and on it, I can't remember who he was speaking to, but the outcome was, you should try to do something for yourself today that your future self would thank you for. And so for me, I know one of the things that I would really like to work on, as I've just mentioned, is being able to manage my weight, not get into this cycle of emotional eating. And I think one of the ways that I could do that is by being better prepared. I think when I've got a fridge that is stocked, I've cut my veggies, you know, like my cucumbers or tomatoes, then I know if I feel like I need a snack, I can go there. Not buying the stuff that's going to tempt me, not buying the stuff that's not good for myself or not good for my family's bodies, and knowing exactly what meals I'm going to make. I think for me, I'm that kind of person. I like to have structure when it comes to food. Otherwise, I know myself, I'm just going to open every cupboard, find all of the bad things and eat them. So I think one thing I could do that could make me feel better about myself today is, yeah, just getting prepared for this week, food-wise, so that I know what I can allow myself and I know where it is, because prevention is better than cure. So that's what I'm planning to do. Wish me luck. Now, if you engage with those 3 questions, first and foremost, thank yourself. Thank yourself for taking the time to think about you. think about what you're experiencing, processing what's going on with your world and the things that you need in order to keep improving. As I said already, anything that you're willing to share about what has cropped up for you as you've engaged with this video, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. And if not, I hope to see you next time.